We good.
Why so serious? But yeah. Welcome back to Out of the Berg podcast. It's what Peter, Chris, Avery, and special guest Rodrigo, friend and family of the pod. He's been on a couple of times in the past. It's his first time this year. How you been, bro?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain. Just work. That's about it.
Sounds diverse.
Yeah.
And studying too. Can't forget that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Naturally.
So you can relate to Shamar and Chris. Because that's what they usually tell. And I think Avery too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not fun. I have a final coming up and I'm getting my butt kicked.
Hey, they canceled mine. We don't have to do our final no more. I'm so happy. Still got to do the final project, but like the test, we don't have to do it.
Okay, that's some good news. How about everybody else? Everybody else had a good week?
Yeah. For the most part, same old. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit though. I just read an article talking about apparently they're gonna try to group T-Rexes into 3 different families now. So that's crazy to me. That's something new I did this week. I read something.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna separate to like Rex, Regina, and something else and Imperious, I think. So
Regina
was like, I think that's the equivalent to like Rex is king and I don't think it's actually pronounced Regina, but it's spelled the same way. It's supposed to be Latin.
Okay.
As in like rain or something?
Yeah, so it's like Rex is king and whatever the Regina looking spelled word was queen. And then the Imperious was like emperor. I didn't read too deep into the article because, my attention span was kind of short at the time, but I was just like, yo, that's crazy. They're going to start grouping them up. I don't really get the point of it at this point in time since, it's like extinct and doesn't have a chance of coming back. But whatever people do to get checks, I guess, is cool.
they're probably just trying to make more Jurassic Park movies or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually, that does kind of make sense. Like
I love Jurassic Park. I'm on board.
There was a rumor. I don't know if it was true. There was a rumor that they were going to do like a Fast and Furious Jurassic Park crossover.
No, that's not happening.
I heard about it. And I was like, and I think what's his name? Van Diesel was actually entertaining that, and I was like, y'all have done almost 15 movies now.
Only 10, 9.
You're gonna fight
9, okay.
Family, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, like you don't see franchises going to like 10 movies.
Except Harry Potter. Like Star Wars got pretty close. Harry Potter did it. Like,
yeah, but that was different eras. I said the Star Wars.
In like what 6, 7 years, they both came out roughly the same time.
I don't know. Harry Potter was books too. So it's a story that was. I don't know. I just think after 10, bro, we get it. You love your family. We get it.
After 5, I got it. You love family. We get it. There should have been 6, 7, 8, whatever the heck we're on now.
Well, anyway, they have confirmed movie number 10. I forget what it's called, but Jason Momoa is going to be the new villain, Aquaman. So
have they really?
Yeah, it's confirmed. It's happening. I don't know when they said it was coming out. It was.
Who is funding these movies?
Somebody is. Aquaman from Aquaman. Drogo. That's the dude from
Aquaman. Okay.
Yeah, from Game of Thrones.
Hey man, they did a crossover movie. What was it, Hobbs and Shaw? I saw that movie and I was like,
not a fan.
Good movie, but okay, But hey, teach his own. If y'all want to see Fast and Furious with the Jurassic Park animals, hey man.
Gonna be fighting T-Rex with his car somehow for family.
That's a movie I won't be watching. I'll tell you that right now.
But for family. But speaking of other bizarre people, Kanye West. I love how I segue that. I told Chris last week I was gonna give him Bozo of the Week. This week, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I watched his documentary. I watched all 3 parts. And after watching part 3, I can see why he's the way he is. If you watch the doc, I don't know if you watch, he was very close with his mother. And you saw how whenever his mother said something to him or talked to him, it impacted him. When his mother passed, he didn't listen to anybody. Like even the person that directed the movie, he's the narrator and the director of the documentary. After his mother passed, he went 6-7 years without talking to Kanye. Wow. Because you know what I'm saying? Like if you watch the doc, you have a better understanding of why this guy is behaving the way he's behaving. But I'm not giving him Bozo of the Week. But last month, dog, I it's just like every day I hear something about Kanye. Whether it's bullying Pete Davidson, talking about his wife publicly. I'm not trying to give him Bozo of the Week. I don't know if I'll ever call another man that's dating my ex-wife Skeet. For obvious reasons. And think it's funny. I think I don't get it. I think the man should let it go and grow up. But any thoughts of his recent bizarre behavior?
Yeah, honestly, at first it was kind of funny because like it was even in his song that I keep bringing up, and I still haven't listened to, talking about he survived a car crash just to beat up Pete Davidson. I truthfully don't know how it goes. I just know that's basically the premise of what it's like, like in telling. Like I don't like this is clear. Like to me anyway. This is almost like some Kardashians type drama, but this is also like him lashing out against them in his own way. But he's not going to lash out against Kim not in the same way that he can to Pete Davidson, because Pete Davidson is just the new factor into all this. Kim is the mother of his children. So I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still definitely bashing her in his own ways, I'm sure, but I feel like Pete's the easiest target in this whole equation to attack.
He's only doing this because he's no disrespect to Pete Davidson, but he does look like a scrawny looking white dude that's easily that you could just if the guy looked like Dababy, I really don't think he would be doing this. Yeah. I think he'd be quiet.
Is Pete Davidson white? I know they make those jokes on SNL, like how ethnically ambiguous he looks. I have no idea what he is though.
The only thing I know about Pete Davidson is that his father was actually a person that died in the 9/11.
Yeah, that's about that. Yeah,
that's why he has his own mental health. But I don't really know about his ethnic.
No, I know nothing about his family except for what you just said and the fact that he's on SNL and he dated other celebrity women that people just like how did he get them? That's basically all I know about Pete Davidson.
That's literally his appeal.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, Kanye was dating several women while he was saying he wanted to get back with his wife. So
another woman, like publicly.
Yes, he was dating Julia, and right now he's dating. You sent the pic, Avery, a Kim Kardashian lookalike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I truthfully thought that was Kim. I was like, until I read your thing said another Kim K lookalike. I was like, yo, what? Like, at first I was just like, oh, is this an old picture? They got back together. It wasn't her.
It's just this dude is showing how. First of all, I don't like people that would like, put messages like when you start posting messages you send to people, or people messaging you, you post that on Instagram. I think that's like a violation. And like, how insecure are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just acted a little bit more sane, maybe your wife would have stayed. It's
not happening. They run through dudes like Thanos collects rings, so that has nothing to do with the fact he's fell off the deep end, and that's all that is.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think that Kanye is actually insecure? I mean, I don't.
Not at all. I just think he's an asshole, but that's just it.
But why would you?
It might be the opposite. Actually, he might be too confident.
That's overconfident. I mean, I don't think that he is like, what's it called? I lost the word that we were just talking
insecure.
about. Insecure, yeah. I don't think that he's insecure at all.
Oh no.
But who? If my ex-wife was dating somebody, I don't care to like, especially if you said, you left her, whatever, she's leaving, you're divorcing, it's known that you're going to get divorced. Why are you attacking Pete Davidson? Why do you care?
Better to do. Like, when you see this dude walking around malls with like, what was it? He got caught out with some stupid white person mask. I think it was like a president or something. It was like a Halloween mask, and he was trying to avoid the paparazzi. Like, that's the type of dude you're sitting there talking about right now. You're trying to be rational about a dude that got too much money and too much time on his hands.
Kanye just doesn't care, honestly. I don't think
he just doesn't care at all. Like,
he's like Eminem. He doesn't care what people think about him or what the public.
Cool. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but Rod, you were saying something about Eminem, and
all I was saying is, I mean, it's like Kanye is just like Eminem. He doesn't care what anybody's gonna think or say about him. He's just gonna do whatever the heck he wants to do.
Yeah,
you don't care what anybody else thinks or says.
He did have there are lyrics. It's funny. Like, I was listening to a song the other day. Well, was it today or yesterday? And he's basically saying, "Why is it when people tell me not to do something, I do it anyway?" And this is when he was actually this is when Kanye. This is before he was bugging. Well, he kind of was doing. This is like late. This is 2005, late registration Kanye. This is Jesus Walks Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
So he says these lyrics, and it's funny how like now you're like, okay, yeah, you've been telling us how you are, but I mean, y'all all right. I'm trying to rationalize a dude that's clearly off the.
I mean, you can think of it this way, kind of like the reason why he attacks Pete Davidson so much is probably because, like, how dare Kim Kardashian find somebody to replace him, Kanye? How could anybody replace him? She should be alone forever unless she goes back with him, because there's nobody else who could fill that void except for Kanye. The only person equal to Kanye to fill that void of Kanye is Kanye. I know that's kind of crazy to think of that.
Chris, you just said some Kanye shit.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like that's how somebody with like extreme self-confidence would think.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. The man made a whole song. Okay. Yeah, so you said something?
It's kind of late and my brain's not fully functioning, but I kind of agree with what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, all right. The documentary he did.
It just doesn't make sense. That's all it is. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it don't have to make sense. He's Kanye.
Just can't make sense of it, yeah.
yeah, like this is the guy that says he wants Kim back, but will go on OnlyFans to find different girls. Yeah.
It's like the people who say they want to lose weight, and then after they go to the gym, they go to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Every day,
Yeah.
same thing, man.
He just doing it on. I just feel when you have. I feel like when you have kids, especially little kids, especially some kid like his kid, the eldest one's almost 10. You should just
kind of chill out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when you have 2 daughters.
Can't be wilding out like that. But like I said, some people just don't care.
No, because he probably doesn't see it like that.
Any of us, we probably wouldn't be doing anything like that. But I mean, it's not because we care what other people think, but it's like, all right, I want my kid to see me like this, so I'm gonna chill. But like him, he's like, I'm Kanye. I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a god. I'm this.
Yeah, that was literally what I was thinking about when I was saying the Kanye thing. I was just like, we're talking about a guy who literally made a song about I am a god.
And you're talking about a guy that made a song called "The Old Kanye" about missing the old Kanye and how he invented Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my head's getting confused saying Kanye because you know what I'm saying. Like, yo, who does that? Oh, yeah.
See, all this Kanye talk, it's infecting you, man. You're gonna start you're gonna start living in a stadium before this whole thing is over, man. Watch. You're gonna be rich, though.
I'll say this just to be positive. The documentary is really good. Listen, knock on wood. I hope the dude gets better because it's not. You kind of see like after his mother passed, the trajectory, like his mental health hasn't improved at all.
I mean, but this is common knowledge, though, is how crazy he is and that is motivating his decisions, which is just a poor excuse for him to be a jerk to people. Like, I don't know. I think you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, but
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt when I see how he was with his mother. Like people, like that's why I say like a mentor and a parent is important. Some people, when they don't have that, they just go. Like he was talking. To me, Kanye hasn't changed. He's always been a confident person, but some people have influence over it. Like if his mother was there, I don't think he's gonna say slavery is a choice.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying, like his mother was basically like his limiter, and was she?
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, like is he?
I gotta see this documentary. Then I'm gonna watch it when my class is over next week, because just from the way I know you're not necessarily defending him here, but you're. I feel like you are seeing things from his perspective a little bit, or at least giving him like that benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, like
making it sound interesting for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like if you see the relationship he has with his mother, you will maybe even pull the tail out your eye because you could tell that he gained a lot of his confidence, his ability to. He's rapping. He was before his songs came out. His mother knew the lyrics to his songs and was rapping it along with him. Before he became a big thing, like his mom like invested in his career. So it's like you take that away, and then like after his mother passed, he didn't mourn his mother's death. He just kept working.
Nah, so he never probably really ever deal with it.
Exactly. He dealt with it probably
morning, if you ask me, but I'm just not as sympathetic as you are to Kanye, I guess.
I listen, man. I'm not sympathetic, but
empathetic.
I'm not that, but I get it. I'm not gonna defend saying slavery is a choice or bullying a scrawny white dude just because you can. I'm not defending that, but I'm just saying. Oh, I get why. I get it.
Yeah, no, and I think that's what Avery commented because, like none of us except you have seen that documentary, so it's giving you like that a different perspective than what we had.
Yeah,
is what I think we get in that here.
Yeah, catch it because I'm saying it and it's because it contradicts how I was on. Like if you saw me last week,
yeah,
Chris
Or
will tell
any
you I
week,
was
really, except for
I was really ready to like give him both of the week. But watching this gave me a different perspective that I was like, I don't like what you're doing, but I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But enough of this Kanye talk. Speaking of rappers that are out of control, last month the baby had to put his paws on Danny Lay's brother. So apparently, well, let's give a little backstory for the people because this was last month, and we're celebrating Black History while this nonsense was going on. So we didn't cover it. But Danny Lay's brother was upset with some of the comments that Dababy said about his sister, Danny Lay, who's an R&B artist. Went on a couple outlets, threatened Dababy. And then he saw Dababy at a bowling alley. He was by himself, approached Dababy, and Dababy and his crew proceeded to whoop his ass.
All right.
Well put.
Yeah. It was and it was one of those assholes that you're like, are these guys skating and like, because they're trying to whoop his butt, but like they kept slipping. And then it was kind of comical. It was a lot of parodies. But what are your thoughts on the situation? You don't have to be too deep, but this because it was a thing on social media.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying, like when we was off mic here, just like, I don't know why people keep trying to confront Dababy. He really doesn't care about anything or anybody. If you come up to him, he's gonna fight you. If he feels like you have any type of hostile intentions, he will fight you. He does not care.
People have been clowning his music forever. He got to the point where he's like, yo, it's on site.
Right.
Which one is this again? Is it the one with the locks or the one without the locks?
So what?
The one without the locks.
Okay.
Oh,
the bad
which baby is it?
Which baby is it? Because I was confusing him with the other baby, and I was like,
yeah.
The
baby's the baby's the one with the big chin.
Okay, gotcha.
The one that made it to a car, remember? I know you seen that meme.
all his music sound the same.
Yeah.
One from Charlottesville.
Yeah. The one from Charlotte.
Yeah.
The one not dressed up for as Halloween one day, the big suit. What Chris was saying?
No, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much everything I had to say. It's just like people keep coming up to Dababy just like he's not going to fight you. He's going to fight you. You came up to him by himself too. He's going to fight you. He doesn't care.
And he's going to drop you.
He's just like, what? Oh, this is a public setting, so I'm safe. No, that makes you more vulnerable. Now he's going to fight you even harder, probably.
Now everybody going to know because everybody going to see you getting your ass whooped.
Right.
I'll never get, and this is my opinion, I'll never get why he thought it was cool to threaten the guy publicly and then be by yourself and approach a rapper. Rappers always have an entourage.
Yeah.
You don't go to a rapper to say after you threaten him, hey, let's talk.
Man's got a whole crew with him.
They just proceed like it was. What was so funny was like it looked like he was like, hey, yo, man, let's. And then Dababy just went, boom. Dababy hit him first, and then they just all chased it. Oh, it was. Listen, man. If you can't take because he's also suing. If you have to live by your word, man. If you said you're gonna see somebody, see him. Ain't
Don't
no talk
after you get your ass whooped.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks bad.
It's not.
See, and that's why he's suing him though, because it was public. If it wasn't in public, we never even heard about it unless Dababy put it online.
Yeah.
You should sue him for public humiliation, maybe not for assault. Though you're the one that threatened him.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna dismiss that, but yeah.
He did get publicly humiliated though, so I mean, I guess I could see that.
And I could tell he has no street knowledge because pulling up on, I don't even care if it's Dababy, pulling up on anybody you threatened by yourself, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
A celebrity figure too.
Yeah.
Celebrity figures are rarely ever alone.
Right.
Never. And you're by yourself. If you had a, you said?
No, I was gonna say, especially in public areas, they're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Especially one known for fighting.
Yeah, Dababy's proven that, you know, his first big record's called Suge.
Mm-hmm.
Younger listeners that, you know, I'm considered old head. Google Suge Knight. Just Google Suge Knight. The man said he's Suge. Google Suge Knight. That's your homework, younger listeners. But yeah, dude, you don't go by yourself to approach somebody threatened. You don't do that.
You don't.
Yeah. So I mean, prayers to him. Hopefully, actually, no prayers to you. I mean, well, hopefully you get better, man. Maybe that's your perspective. Don't pull up on people. You know what I'm saying? That's like me threatening German, pulling up on Germ.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that's going to end. Yes. You know, but
the whole crew there waiting for you.
Right. Right.
It ain't gonna be a whole crew. It's gonna be a full of pit bull puppies.
That's right. I forgot you don't really like dogs like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna have a full pit bull puppies coming with my
5 pit bulls around them. You're gonna be like, nope.
and they're gonna be the ones that stand up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's that for the Dababy thing. And you know, speaking of more, because last month a lot of controversy, so Joe Rogan was, I won't say caught, but Joe Rogan was put out there for his N-word usage. So there was a video of him using the N-word excessively. It was a compilation. And I think in the clip he was saying the N-word, but it was in context to like how it should be used or if it shouldn't be used. He said it while it was another one where he said it where like he was explaining going to like the hood and compared. This is the thing I hated about that specific one. He compared going to the hood like the Planet of Apes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I already knew that. Still sounds very surprising though. I mean, not surprising, but it's just like how audacious that is, you know?
Yeah, and then, you know what's so in that actual clip, this is before like the controversy, he actually said, "Oh, I think that sounds racist."
Yeah, no kidding.
You think? But what are any of your thoughts on white people saying the N-word, regardless of context?
Completely wrong. I mean, and I know he was like that was his argument. We were talking about offline here, that his argument was all of them were taken out of context. If there's so many that they can make a compilation of you saying it, even before that, it's an issue. But that's clearly a problem. Like, it's not something you're uncomfortable doing. You probably do it even more often than that, just not caught on camera. So that's crazy. And it's just like the fact that he felt like he was able to justify saying you can just as easily say the N-word. I feel like it'd be better if the N-word was utilized in this type of way. He's still not qualified for that conversation, but we wouldn't be talking about it right now, probably. He wouldn't be under fire or whatever. I mean, like, I'm sure there'd be somebody saying, well, you don't have the right to tell us how we can and can't use it, which is fine, whatever. But he wouldn't be like in trouble for actually saying, is what I'm saying. Because he felt empowered enough to say it a plethora of times.
Yeah, I agree with you. Here's another thing for the listeners out there. Please don't say the N-word in public. I don't care who, even black people. Please, that word is
don't
not
say it in your
word.
thoughts.
Don't be saying that word like that. Especially white people. Sometimes I think it's revisionist history. Sometimes people forget. But the way if you say it, there's historical. It's historical. It's in history. It's remembered a little different from the way you said it than how we say it. There is a debate
it's like that Joyner Lucas song, I'm Not Racist, where he said, I forget exactly word for word the lyrics that he used, but I know he was like, when we use it to greet each other, but when you guys use it, we know that there's a deeper meaning to it, or something like that.
Yeah,
like you said.
Yeah, there's a deeper meaning because of 400 years of slavery and civil rights. Some ancestors heard that word right before they were lynched. So it's a little different. So like white folks, please don't get upset when black people say don't say the N-word.
And people forget like how recent it is, like since like black and white people were even like allowed like together, like after segregation. That was the 60s.
It's only been 50. It's only been 50 years since black people have been recognized as a normal race and free. Well, really a civil race to have rights and to be in like interracial relationships. So I
also want to throw out there that a lot of countries around the world who were who were founded from imperialism didn't get their state status until the early 50s or early 1800s, modern history. So you just have to think of it like that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That too. So
recognized as, sovereign, which should say something.
Yeah.
Yes. That adds a lot of, that's the whole world, not even the states. So
I meant states as a country, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But
no, I know what you meant.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. But it's like, just be sensitive because, just don't say the word, man. Just don't say it. That's what I gotta say. I'm not gonna get too deep in the conversation. They know. So Joe Rogan, you know, but every time when this word comes up, because of the way black people have used it as a sense of endearment, which is a whole different conversation to me. They want to insert themselves in that conversation. You cannot do that. That is like, and I don't want to get crazy because Chris, you might.
Can we pause here for a minute? I don't think that was a good one. We might have to change that.
I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. That was kind of rough, though.
I know. You can cut that out. I know you can cut that out.
You could have said like slave masters or something, but it's fine. I would just cut that section out there. We good.
But you get what? Listen, I know that one's a little harsh, but you get what I'm saying.
Hold up, time out.
But you get the note. I'm not talking about, but you get the notion of what I'm saying.
Now we get it. It's just with today's
political climate, yeah.
And
how quick people are to how sensitive the world is today now.
Cancel culture, yeah, I know.
You probably get canceled for that.
For sure.
I know.
Didn't what's her face Goldberg will be getting trouble
Goldberg,
for saying
I know.
like that?
Yeah, but hers was in a different context. I get where she was going with it, but she definitely could have presented that better.
Especially when you're on a talk show like that.
Yeah.
But you see how you react. But listen. You see how you reacted when I said that? Like it's forbidden. That's how it should be for white folks when they talk about black people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And folks, just for clarity, you won't exactly know what Peter said, but because that whole section will be clipped out, so you'll just see us jump to a part where we're just kind of just like paused, but you'll get it. You'll get it. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Just know without knowing that he does have a point. He is right.
yeah. He made his point. It was kind of rough, but his point was made.
And it wasn't that far off either. I mean,
no. It wasn't that far off at all either. But
it was just not politically correct. And I get it. I'm not a politically correct person.
Or maybe just like a sensitivity training.
Yeah. That too, Avery. I've been told. But my main point is just be sensitive.
He is an old head. He don't got no filter.
Right.
I don't. It's in certain, especially with something like this. No. But I mean,
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it, but like, I get it.
Yeah, I think I shook the. I did shook the energy of the pie. I shook the energy.
No, you're good. You're good. We just deep breath.
I'm just laughing because of how like Avery was so quick to react. He was like, "Hold up, time out."
I was still processing. I was just like,
yeah, I was kind of just like trying to read the room. Like, how's everybody else gonna take this? When Avery spoke, I was like, okay. Oh man.
But yeah, white folks.
Nobody should be saying it, but
black people don't be saying it either. I know we say it in endearment, but don't be saying it like that.
Yeah, you also shouldn't be telling, black people how to use it, how not to use it. I mean, that's for them to figure out on their own, man. You can't be involved in everything.
Right.
Like every race got their own thing. Like you can't be a part of it every time.
Right. That's like me coming to your job and telling you what to do, and I'm over here as the plumber, and you're over here working at some I don't know, as a flipping patties or something. I don't know, but you see what I'm saying? Like the two jobs don't match.
Nah.
You don't just transition from something that completely has nothing to do with you and try to tell somebody else what to do with it. It doesn't make sense.
You're two different races, Y'all have lived two different histories.
Yeah.
Man. Don't tell another race what they can or how they can or can't use whatever.
Right.
Especially when you don't. Yeah, especially when you don't have the right to.
Right.
No race has the right to tell any other race how to live or how to use anything. I mean, we all got our own ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Don't mean it's right or wrong. Yeah, it's just
every culture is different.
It's culturally right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is it on the Joe Rogan. Let me say, because we got some sports to talk about, and I know I kind of shook the room.
Hey, no, you're good. We need to flip it back up. We need to flip it. It's okay. It's okay. We get that energy back up.
Yeah, but
see, Peter did say something, y'all. It did.
Man, look, I'm gonna say my night got made. So I mean, we got that moment at least between us four.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's gonna stay. I should have, because I'll say I'll say what I have to say about, because we talked about Dr. Umar and something he said, and I thought that was even crazy, but.
Homie's a reactionist. Like that's literally his job to say crazy things. So I don't know. That was a little wild the way he said it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you. I think I'll tell you off air what Dr. Umar said, but that's neither here nor there. But on to the next. So last month was the Super Bowl. We didn't really talk too much about. We did talk about sports, but we're honoring athletes. Black athletes, but we didn't really talk about this. But we talked about the halftime show. I think I got Chris and Avery. Rod, what do you think about the halftime show?
I thought it was cool. I was kind of bummed because I was like, I don't know. It was like the audio and whatever was kind of like off. It was like
hip hop sounds bad. Just like anywhere that's not an indoor setting.
Yeah. Y'all in LA and all this, and it's 2022, and like I could barely hear y'all.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just how it's applied. Like the same thing.
I think everybody but Kendrick and Mary J. Blige, they were lip syncing.
Yeah.
So their audio, I don't know if they were actually, really rapping. So like the audio of them lip syncing was low.
Uh-huh.
That's what it looked like to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, especially towards the last song, if you listen to it, I heard a skip.
Yeah, it's skip.
It skipped twice. I was like, and I know in the like this is a music head, because when you hear audio skip like that pisses you off.
And notice
them dances was good though. They stayed on beat the whole time.
They stayed on beat. That was crazy though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed Eminem when he had his little soliloquy. I don't know what to call it. When he had the mic by himself for a little bit, like it skipped a few times, and he had to like reel it back, and then he would cover his face real quick with the mic and everything, and then he took the knee at the end, and I was like, I originally thought he had messed up, and I was like, no, there's something else wrong with this situation, you know?
Yeah, but he took that knee because they told him he couldn't, because he was gonna, like take a knee and then like for his solidarity.
Yeah.
That's why they panned away from him so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed down for a minute though.
Yeah, I thought it was because he was mad because he had messed up.
You're going to tell Eminem not to do nothing, not to do something. He's going to do it, and he's going to take it to the extreme. He's going to OD the crap out of it, which he did. He was kneeling for like what seemed like an hour.
I kept looking back, like as they panned away from him, and he still was in view. So like, why he's still just down there?
Yeah, you don't care.
But
I thought it was cool. Yeah, it was just the audio and everything.
Audio?
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, I think all of us, we pretty much enjoy. When I watching it off the first time, I was like, this is probably the best one. I think it's it's up there. It's definitely up there for me.
For sure, but yeah, I don't think it's the best one that we've seen.
Definitely would have been better if like, I know they can't choose like a different arena, but like if it was like a better environment for like an actual like concert like that, it would. I feel like it would have been like a better overall, like performance.
Yeah.
I was thinking even stay close to like Little Sky Coliseum part, it would have sounded slightly better, but yeah, it's a big field, it's a big area.
Yeah, because it definitely wasn't like it sounded like they weren't prepared to be outside to do that. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I think the focus, which is crazy, the focus is more on the choreography and how the timing. Because with that, because you're 5 people that are performing instead of 1, it's like everything has to be in unison. So I think they focus more on that than the actual like audio part of it.
Yeah.
Because even with the surprise with 50 Cent and Kendrick and his set, Mary J, like it was, And
it's crazy they made Kendrick censor Popo.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it is.
But they let him keep Kill Us in the Street Folk show.
They also had an issue with the because he did Mad City. He didn't say Pirates and Crips.
Yeah, I'm hip. I noticed that too.
Yeah, they didn't let him say Pirates and Crips. But yeah, it was great. I just like the fact that hip hop actually, hip hop was actually in the room this time. And now that, because the reaction from it was good, now they can have more different artists. Because I feel like before this, I don't really care for the halftime show. Like the only ones I cared about was J-Lo and Shakira was cool, was
I knew
good.
you were gonna say that one.
Of course you would.
We were there with Rock. Okay, we were there.
I think we all got a consensus agreement that that's top. Top 2 for sure. Well, because
Hey.
for me, you know, I am Latino myself. For me, that's like possibly number 1.
Yeah, J Lo and Shakira was definitely up there.
We got some recognition finally in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah, and that Bad Bunny. Did Bad Bunny come out for that?
I think he was the DJ at one of them. I thought it was for Beyonce though.
Yeah, they was bringing out all the Latin singers, man.
Yeah, they brought that was a dope one. What was the one before that? I remember there was one. I think it was you. Was it Coldplay or U2?
That was Maroon.
Maroon 5.
Yeah, Maroon 5.
I'm getting them all fucking confused. It was Maroon 5, and I'm not I know Maroon 5, but I don't know Maroon 5, so I wasn't excited about it. Like
they're cool.
They're cool, but when I see names like J Lo, Shakira, Dr. Dre, like these names that you don't usually see, that creates more of an excitement to like, oh, because when they announced this, I was like, oh shit. When the NFL, when did the NFL let hip hop in? But I think it's good. I think it's gonna actually make people more invested in the whole experience of the Super Bowl. You know?
I don't know. It literally took them a civil rights movement, a bunch of people getting, fatally wounded for them to get some segue into the NFL.
Yeah.
The NFL, honestly, the NFL has, regardless of them, because Jay-Z is the one that's making these, picks. They still have a long way to go, Avery. Like, they still have a long way to go with black folks. So that's a whole nother. That would be a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna make that whole another podcast. But to Avery's point though, I feel like they even let Jay-Z join that just to kind of counterbalance all the other stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna let a black man in charge of the music, not just any black man, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Jay-Z, he'll make it. He got heat for that. He got a lot of heat for taking that job, but it is what it is. But speaking of the Super Bowl, the Rams won. Happy for Odell. Happy for Matt Stafford. The Bengals did. It was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's all in the news lately, Odell.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has like a baby coming or something with some crazy supermodel or whatever. And I was like, why is this news? I don't care. He's like headlining for he was trending for a couple of days.
Yeah, that. And he also.
He's the bad guy, and then he moved and lit up the playoffs. I think would have won Super Bowl MVP had he not gotten hurt.
Probably
on pace.
Yeah,
he was on pace.
He was cooking for a little bit.
Oh, was this the guy with the blonde hair that got a broken leg or something? Okay, okay, I got you. I'm caught up.
Yeah, it's just that. Was it the second or third quarter where he got hurt? It was before halftime, right?
It was before halftime.
Okay, so the second quarter.
Was it not the first quarter? I swear
it was the first quarter. It was the first quarter.
Was the first quarter?
It wasn't even.
Yeah,
it wasn't even. Yeah, because I came in during the second quarter, and then my dad was telling me that Odell was hurt, but he was already cooking by the time.
Okay, because
50 yards early, super early.
Yeah, okay, yeah, probably was the first because I was like. Okay, but yeah, he was cooking. He got the first touchdown.
Did he moonwalk too? Didn't he? After
he moonwalked, yeah. Yeah, he moonwalked.
Moonwalked. Please, how you do that? Tell you what, that guy's
Odell was he's a special talent, but the Rams won in a close game. I wasn't shocked that they won. I think for me, what it came down to was the Bengals' inability to protect their quarterback.
Yeah, because that's why they lost. It was letting that boy get dogs back there.
And then Aaron Donald.
They're both to defend.
Right.
Forget about it.
Just letting them have free reign at him.
He not gonna last 15 years like that.
No, not at all.
Be lucky if he lasts 3. Them boys was hitting him hard.
And pull the Andrew Luck, man. That's what you don't want to happen.
Yeah, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck. And he retired at age 29. Was it 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I mean,
quarantine, I think.
yeah, so I thought it was a good game. You know, the Rams, you know, Matt Stafford actually finally got one after being
Stuck in Detroit.
yeah, stuck in Detroit with whatever he had over there. He had Megatron, but how do you have Matt Stafford and Megatron and not at least
Because that's all they had.
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, it's all they had. Like every time they I feel like back then, every time they would get somebody good, they either get hurt or just leave.
Yeah.
They also had Barry Sanders too. And he
Yeah.
never won.
So long ago, though.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
just
forever ago.
Barry Sanders. Then you get Megatron, Matt Stafford. Hey man, you gotta invest in the whole team, not just two positions.
And now they
You
got
also
Derek.
gotta remember, like, just because like you got two great players on your team does not mean they match that system that they're in either.
That's true. Megatron was a beast though. He retired early. Well, he retired for personal reasons, but
I mean, it's probably because he was never going to win in Detroit. So he was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm done with this. So we had the joy taken away.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
think about it, he played in a time where this was before players would force themselves out of situations. Now, you know, at today's age, you don't want to play somewhere. You just complain like a little baby and you get your way.
mm-hmm.
Breach. We will be talking about somebody very in the next
I saw
few
that on the doc.
segues. But I agree with you there. I you know that's unfortunate that we have that. But speaking of people that may be leaving after being on the team, Aaron Rodgers. Do you think he's leaving Green Bay?
Is that the dude that refuses to get vaccinated?
That's the dude I gave Bozo the week to for the vaccination thing.
Oh yeah, I heard his girlfriend was leaving him too. Shane Woodley.
Yeah, they broke his fiance. They broke. I don't know how they broke up, but if she broke up with him, damn.
Yeah, I think she broke up with him. She was like supposed to be supportive of him or something during the whole period. And I'm like, I don't know. You're
really
like
sucks.
a superstar. You're kind of a washed-up movie star, so
He's having a rough spell.
Aaron Rodgers is just afraid of rings, man. That's all it is.
He's really having a rough spell. Like, you're a back-to-back MVP. You lose a playoff game, then you lose your fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
He's afraid of rings, man. He don't want to get any.
Clearly. Oh, and Peter, you talking about the ivermectin one? When he was one of them people that was saying he's gonna take that horse medicine.
Yeah. Joe Rogan too.
Yeah.
Joe. Make this shit up.
Birds of a feather, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is leaving.
I don't think he'll suit up in a Green Bay uniform next year.
Okay, interesting.
I feel
why not?
like
Okay.
no. Well, I was gonna say I feel like he should suit up in a Green Bay uniform next year, but I don't think he will either.
Yeah, I don't think.
Why not? If you ask,
He's made it too. I feel like he's made it too open about him being willing to leave. Like I think his quote was like he's leaving almost every opportunity open or something like that. Meaning like he's willing to leave. So I don't know everything that's going behind the scenes. Scott, I don't keep Aaron.
wait, like as in quitting the NFL or just Green Bay?
No. Like opportunities for like other teams to come get him.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like your livelihood. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean he could. I'm sure
could. He's
they probably take it in on.
Like, if you think about like your quarterback, your team leader, whatever, if he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door, I mean, when you start to face adversity or whatever, how many people is the whole locker room gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna fight for this guy? Or it's like, man, this guy isn't even fully committed to our team, so why would I throw my all for him?
Right.
So like, I feel like they got to think about that too, because at the end of the day, I mean, if you're gonna keep him and you just gonna keep losing in the first round, I mean, is that really improvement? Is that really a successful season? I mean, that's twice what they've had the 1 seed, right? And they got bounced 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
I will say this, just to count. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just gonna counter this, but like they've said they'd rather go with Jordan Love. So assuming he does leave and they do keep Jordan Love, I've seen him play. He was Is that a guy you would want to move on from Aaron Rodgers? Because it's one thing to have like a Patrick. Well, we didn't know what Patrick Mahomes was, to be honest. But like, you have a Jordan Love. Do you risk that? And then like you see Aaron Rodgers win somewhere else, and you're like, man, what could have been? Now Jordan Love is sticking it up. So that's just my thought process.
The thing is, though, is that there's no what could have been. We've seen what it's been. It's been 2 straight first round exits.
Yeah, and like to be honest, like that, like Rodrigo's right. Like they're really not. If he doesn't come back next year, it's not like it's like decreasing their chances that much, because they're probably like, first off, like just to go back, digress to like your previous point. Like I also agree with you, Rod. I don't feel like that line's going to protect him next year, because like at least the pattern I've noticed, whenever a quarterback like expresses like they're willing to leave, that next season, if they're still there, that line does not protect them. They get crushed.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say 9 times.
And you played football, so you know better than all of us. I mean, how that shit works. I mean,
yeah, because like I feel like a lot of people don't like realize like loyalty comes into play quite a bit. That's why you'll often hear about like quarterbacks taking their line out to like breakfasts or dinners or whatever and treating them all. It's to like build that rapport with them. And if you don't have like a certain trust or team bonding, whatever you want to call it, with them, like they're gonna be like, okay, so we're going to do what we can to get you out of here, even if that's on a stretcher, because we don't care.
Okay. I'll say this, just to counter you guys again.
I'll just do enough to block to protect you, as opposed to like I go to war for you.
Yeah.
No.
I see you guys' points, but last year you could have said the same thing last year about him leaving, because his foot was kind of out the door last year too.
Yeah, but I feel like he's making it like last year he was kind of like, well, I'm open to it. Right now he's just like, if they come from me, I might. That's the thing, though.
You saw when they faced adversity against the Niners, what happened? I mean, they couldn't do anything.
Facts.
Yeah, but my brother right now, he would be in here trying to be like, Aaron Rodgers, he flopped, he sucked, he da-da-da-da. I agree, Aaron Rodgers. I agree that Aaron Rodgers didn't show up.
Yeah,
but 2 things you in football, right? If other pieces fuck up key moments, it costs you the game. And I'm not trying to defend Aaron Rodgers' performance, but I've seen in multiple games where other situations, whether it's special teams, I would say the defense held him down. Whether it be special teams or something else, it goes wrong and they lose.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the game, Rodgers had a chance to win them the game. So, like, regardless of what happened, throughout the entirety of the game, they had a chance to win at the end, and he couldn't pull through with it, For a guy that's been there and done that many times, and like, not a knock on the Niners, because the Niners, they put it together at the right moment this year, but like, Green Bay was the type of team that they should have beaten the Niners. Especially when Rodgers has a personal vendetta against the 49ers and still can't put them away. I mean, he's got 4 against the 49ers in the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah, 0-4. And I heard recently that I'll lose respect for him if he goes there. Because I've heard rumors that the 49ers...
He won't go to the Niners.
Yeah, I've heard. But, I mean, the reason why I think he should stay, or I think he will stay, even though like clearly there are signs that he's probably gonna move.
Mhm.
I think he should stay just because I'd rather him leave it out on the floor. I think he should leave it out on the floor with this team till he can't play anymore. Because to me, you go to any other team, I don't see it. I really don't see any team that has a better chance to win that he's going to play on. I really don't see. Everybody said the Broncos. I'm like,
I could make a difference with that.
I don't see it. I feel like the best opportunity for him to win is with the Green Bay. I just don't see what. I mean, if you have any team in mind that he would go on that would give them better chances to win, I would want to. I'd hear it, but I just don't see it.
Well, it just depends on obviously, the trade packages that they put together for Rodgers. Because I mean, like some trades that I've seen or whatever, like with the Broncos and the Packers, is the Broncos would end up losing Jerry Jeudy, and well, that would kind of hurt a little bit because if Rodgers were to move to Denver and have both Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton with Noah Fant, that's a pretty loaded offensive weaponry that he'd have at his disposal.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's another thing too. It's just like I don't feel like he's like gonna actually truly leave unless he's like for certain like if I'm leaving, I'm getting like it's gonna be worth it. That makes sense. Like he can't go from like what he has now to like nothing. Like he's not going to the Jaguars for sure.
Yeah.
And hey, and the Colts have been shopping for a quarterback. I mean, Rodgers in Indianapolis. You gonna tell me that Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, and those boys? You telling me that wouldn't be a good fit for him?
Mm-hmm. That I don't know if he'd win a Super Bowl, but that would be okay. The thing is, because
the Packers might be losing some weapons this year.
Yeah. That offense there.
Darius Smith been in Baltimore a little too much for me. I'm starting to get a little excited over here,
But I mean, for me, if he leaves, listen, he's Aaron Rodgers. He makes the team better just because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's that good. But it's like for me, you play chess whenever you try to move. Like it's like LeBron had a period where like he was running the East and no one could touch him. He wouldn't go to like the West unless he had something that would work out for him. Right? Right now where he's at with the Lakers being trash, I don't think he would want to go back to the East right now. I'm just being real with you. The East actually looks really hard, like harder than the West, which is crazy. So I just think because a lot of it, the rumors have been the Broncos. Mm-hmm. You're going to be in the same division as Mahomes and who else? What's the other dude?
Herbert.
Yeah, you're gonna be in that same, and then the same conferences of Bills. As a competitor, he shouldn't care. If he wants to win, he can win. But
I'd
rather have it the other way.
You gotta take all factors into consideration when you're trying to win a championship, though. I feel like what he'll try to do is something similar to Brady. I don't know if he'd be capable of doing it because Tom proved that he's GOAT. Just leaving then winning the championship like that. But he'd probably want to go somewhere where he can orchestrate his own moves and bring in the people that he wants to bring.
Imagine this dude went to Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa got something in that water, man. He go there and win.
I am the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan here. I don't think he has it in him to do anything that Tom Brady did. To go to a team first year, galvanize the troops to win a Super Bowl where you destroy Patrick Mahomes. No, I don't think he could do that. I like Aaron Rodgers, but no. But I mean, I'll make some good points. If he leaves, I'll be like, okay, all right.
I mean, okay, either way. I'll make the team better. So
yeah. But I would say this: Aaron Rodgers, you have to win. Whatever, God, I don't care. Like the guy with the most pressure next year to win is him. After what he did against the 49ers, and when we saw Josh Allen and Mahomes and what's the quarterback, Joe Burrow. After what we saw them do, oh no, you got to win, bro. Regardless, wherever you go. But speaking of winning, well, this is quite early, but any favorites for next year?
Oh, I'm going all the way to the Super Bowl. It's going to be easy. Just me.
Okay.
I'm going to get sacked so hard, but I'm going to pull. I don't know where I'm going with this joke. It was bad.
No, it's okay. I was gonna follow up with you, but you killed your own.
I dropped the ball because I was too busy looking at the Ravens.
Okay, we got one that said Avery.
I'm gonna have to blur that out because Rodrigo's throwing up profanities.
I forgot. There's tension. There's beef. Ravens in Pittsburgh.
You almost threw up a little.
So we got Ravens. We got Avery Football Club, and Chris.
Please,
any favorite? Any favorite for next year?
Oh, favorite for next year? Probably Mahomes. Kansas City. I see them coming back for a good long while. As long as he's healthy, as long as they can keep a decent roster on that team, I don't see any reason for them to not be like a favorite for like the next 5 years at least.
They will always be a favorite just because of him. I'm not good as a team. I don't have them as the favorite only because that defense is very suspect.
He might be lucky this year.
Yeah.
I mean, probably like the Rams and Bengals covering the back.
Yeah. But honestly, with the NFL, you never know. So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna, but my pick would probably be the Rams again.
Rams.
Yeah, the Rams again. That's if they keep everything together because they gave up a lot, but they won and they look like the most well-rounded team. Just in my opinion, in certain regards.
Yeah, but I felt like they got we saw how weak on offense they could be when Odell was taken out of the picture. I mean, they had other people, dropping left and right out there at some point.
You know what irked my nerve? Sorry, Chris. You see that Odell is out and he was killing you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know what's to do? Is it Cooper Kupp? His name?
Yeah.
I sometimes say Coop Cup or Alio. But he is the number. They're gonna throw it to him,
mm-hmm.
And you have Eli Apple on single coverage. I'm sorry, Eli Apple's a fellow African. I don't like to. They've been going in on you, bro. But come on, man. Where the ball's going.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of irked my nerve. It's like, really, you couldn't. But
yeah, no, he definitely deserved at least a double coverage there or something, or they needed somebody back there to monitor what was happening, but clearly, didn't get that memo at all. Truthfully, I don't know how they went the whole game without I don't think that. Yeah, I think they went the whole game without double covering him. Don't know how they did that, even with Odell out. But hey, it's over now, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they had too much faith into the defense, or maybe they didn't have enough faith in the defense that they thought they were double covering somebody that something else would happen. I don't know.
Yeah, but it is what it is. What it is. That was.
And if we're healthy next year, we're gonna remind everybody. We're gonna remind the NFL. That's all I'm gonna say. Not gonna stay healthy.
Yes, last year y'all got hit with so many injuries.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Ravens could be a sneaky. I'm not gonna say sneaky because when they're healthy, they legit are a squad. I'm not gonna. The AFC will be interesting. I'll say.
Rashad Penny and Lamar Jackson are gonna turn up this year. Just you heard it here first.
I would because I know Chris, you're gonna have your hurdles now that you need a new quarterback in Pittsburgh.
We needed a new quarterback 5 years ago.
Okay, well that's very true.
Ben broke.
Yeah, that's very true.
5 years ago.
Chris, when have the Washington Commanders needed a quarterback?
Forever. Because y'all get one for like a year or two, and then they broken.
The Commanders became a team.
I know you just said that, and it still hasn't stuck with me. It's just the name Commanders, like.
It does feel kind of corny. It feels like a high school team. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it really sounds like. Because I would have been okay with even the Comanches or something, but I feel like that still is along the Redskin argument.
They could with something simple like the Wolves. Like there's no Wolves team in the NFL. They could win with that.
There was an issue with copyright.
That's it.
I don't know. I heard Jovi wanted to call them the Cummies. I'm not calling them that at all for obvious reasons.
I think he said the commies, not the cummies.
Whatever it was, I'm not saying.
Make more sense. Still don't know why he would call them that, but it makes more sense.
The way Peter said it made it sound so bad. The cummies.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, Chris, you gotta know who we're talking about, and you know more than me. But the Washington Commanders, we're putting out anointing oil and spiritual healing because we need a quarterback.
They inquired about Patrick Mahomes. They tried.
Avery,
think about it though.
Listen, they're gonna throw Jackson Mahomes to us. We're not know that Patrick Mahomes. You're gonna have him as a TikTok attraction. That's what
if he went to y'all, his career will be over because he will get beat up.
Yeah. My fandom for the Washington. You would think I'm an actual hater. But I'm not. The team I actually hate, they're actually going through some stuff, but we won't talk about them because
America's football team.
Yeah, America's football team. Yeah,
good catch.
So-called football team. Yeah, they didn't know the time of the score. Oh, don't even get me started on that. But let's get to some NBA talking, and we can wrap up the episode. How do you guys feel about Harden in Philly?
Whoa! Harden switched teams.
Yep.
This is like the only guy I know. What happened?
He got tired of Kyrie not playing and taking a stance. He got tired of Kevin Durant telling him what to do, allegedly. So he said,
no, isn't Irving like number 3 and KD like number 2 or something? Like if you're playing with some of the best in the league, I would suspect that you can win more often with these people.
But Avery, there were a lot of weird circumstances. Kyrie didn't want to get a vaccination, so he couldn't play.
Okay.
Kevin Durant and him allegedly were, butting heads.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it sounds like they have like personality problems.
James Harden just don't like to compete. He like to give up. That's the problem.
Yeah, he put on a fat suit and went to play basketball.
Again.
Again.
He's not the first time he's done it.
Nah. That's a superpower right there.
Put it on a fat suit. And then when he goes to Philly, all of a sudden he looks like James Harden.
Jacked and ripped and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm like, where you get your fat suits from, B?
Right. But
it's like my brother
said Harden being in Philly.
Yeah, how do y'all feel about that move? Or just him currently on,
I mean, it's cool. I haven't watched the full game, but just at least on paper, that should work better for Embiid, provided he stay healthy. I don't really see it necessarily hurting them because both of them, if I remember correctly, I can't remember if this was. Yeah, I think both of them are like number 1 and number 2 in drawing fouls. So I mean, their games are going to be long as all get out.
They probably should.
They're gonna be scoring.
Yeah.
They're gonna be scoring right here.
Yeah, I think he's a good fit with Embiid and Max. Right now, they're actually like a big three: Maxey, Embiid, and James Harden. They're really playing well right now. They're not beating anybody that's like you're like, oh my god, but it's a good fit. So I like Harden in Philly. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like it's a fit that just like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know. Come playoff time, it'll be interesting to see what they look like and how they play. But I like the pickup.
Harden's notorious for folding in the playoffs, so
yes, he is.
Yeah, that's very true.
We'll see.
Yeah, he has a history of not playing well. And honestly, last year with his hamstring issues, like he came back, but he didn't help. KD put up that crazy performance, but he didn't.
KD was single-handedly carrying the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Which is that? Oh no, that game was wild. Yes, he has to be a little bit upset with God that his feet are too big, man. Like, because that would have changed the trajectory of the East right now.
Yeah.
But speaking of Durant and the Nets, how do you feel about the Nets? Because right now they have one guy that can't play because of a stupid rule, and they have one guy on a period who doesn't want to play basketball. Sorry, I had to. No. Okay, listen, I don't want to go on a rant. You've been on Brooklyn for a month. Why aren't you playing?
Those in our FBA group chat knows what I think of Ben Simmons, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
like what? Like, I don't get. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I get it. Mental health. And I was talking about the Kanye thing, so I am a bit. But you left for a month.
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing with the team. You're not hurt. Why aren't you playing?
And like honestly, at this point, I feel like the NBA should just be like he's mentally unfit to be in the NBA. Because honestly, like if it's like that big of an issue where he just cannot play, then he to which he cannot fulfill the duties which is in his contract, which is let's say it's just not up to his fault or whatever. Fine, then you'd be like, hey, thank you for your time that you were here. See you later. If you ever get better again, come back, maybe holler at us. If not, that's cool. Bye.
And I think they came out and said he's not physically fit to be able to play.
He's not physically fit.
Where it was like a week and a half ago or something like that, where it was like he was barely even able to dunk the basketball. So it's like he's basically not been doing anything. Is basically what it's, I guess, come down to.
Wow.
Okay. Now that you tell me this, I'm even more upset. You're a professional athlete.
Yeah, it's like the whole Zion Williamson situation, except he's not overweight. He's just mentally hurt.
You're a like with Zion, I could say at least he has some serious weight and like his injury with the foot. I'll give you that, even though I don't like how he's handling it.
I mean, I go as much to say that the same thing to him. You're a professional basketball player. What the heck are you doing getting overweight?
Mm-hmm.
You get paid millions of dollars and you're over here weighing 300 pounds. What's up with that?
At like 6'7".
I'll give you and Avery, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Coming into the league, he was bigger than what people told him for years. Lose weight. I'll give you that. But Ben, it's just something about the Ben thing. It's like you're not playing because your feelings are hurt, not because you have a weight problem. Your feelings are hurt. That's why you're not playing.
Problems come in all forms and sizes. Ben's is his mental, and Zion is he can't stay.
He can't stop eating.
Yeah,
and for me, Ben, it's like, okay, fine. You said you wanted to leave Philly. You said you're not mentally there. Whatever. Zion, I can lean on the fact that he was hurt you're not hurt physically, so you can actually train your body till you get a trade. So you're telling me all this time that you were begging for a trade, you weren't working out, you weren't getting into the gym, off of the fact that this guy said, and I don't know if you can win if you have Ben, just because of that, or because of what he is going, because of Ben, he's going to cost a lot of the younger players in the league to lose money.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to there's going to be another, there will probably be another lockout because of this. I can't, I'm not, it's ridiculous. Sitting out, you don't want to play in Philly? I thought you left. If I'm him, you would want to play against them because they did you wrong. You don't want to play because you're scared. Oh,
wait, is that the actual reason he gave? Because he's scared?
That's the reports. I don't know, but
see, man, like they I get he's going through something, but like they should really make like a, and I know it's basically unprecedented at this point, but it's just like they should like establish something where it's just like somebody is like, if somebody's physically unable to like fulfill their duty, like they might be get like released from the team or something. Should be the same for like a mentally I guess he's not mentally disabled, but like mentally incapable of fulfilling his duties.
You know what they should do? If that's the case, the doctors in Brooklyn should say that so we know. Oh, he's having some psychological issues. They're not even reporting that.
Because like they paying him buku bucks just to sit there.
It's like at the same time, you can't really, just put out somebody's business out like that either.
Right.
So,
but
it's like they can't do that for us. I mean, they can't do it for him just because he's a professional athlete.
Right.
Again, I'm not defending him. You know how I feel about Ben Simmons. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, speaking in general terms, I mean, it's a whole privacy violation. Just going ahead and announcing that. Yeah.
But yeah,
okay, so
and I'm hip about that, but it's just like, I'm not saying they necessarily have to tell us, but it's just like, and they can do everything behind the scenes, but I feel like there should like be some type of protocol for it. And I know again it's unprecedented, but it's just like they should treat it the same as like a physical injury. So like where it's like it's hampering your career and you can't come back. Okay, take your time off. We're not going to pay you anymore because you're not bringing us any money. But when you can come back, or if ever, then do. If not, then like
the Calvin Ridley situation. I mean, he did no noise, and he just said, "I need to take a break." And
but you see, but that was different because
I'm not comparing that to Ben Simmons. I'm just saying like Chris is saying that's how it should have been gone about, and I agree. Like he made no noise about it, said what he said, didn't hear another peep about him again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think into what Chris is saying, right? I don't like, because I get that it's private, like your medical history, all that's private. But if the Nets just reported that, if they just said mental health issues, Ben Simmons out, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, your team is reporting that, and doctors, they have a record of it. Right? So if the doctor, or like even with like this simple injury, when they say you're out with an ankle injury, you verify that with a doctor, right? You don't have to get them intricate details of everything, but you verify that. So I am just frustrated that they're not telling us why, and they're having us speculating, which really means he's scared to play basketball.
No, I told you. They said that he's physically.
First assignment is last thing you have to worry about. It's check.
My bad.
Oh, my bad.
No, I should have went on mute. I was like, shut up.
Sorry, my bad. Rod, you were saying?
They did say he's just physically unfit to play basketball right now.
That's what his staff said.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I mean, the thing is, if he wasn't keeping up with it, and think about how long it's been since he's last played, to get back into shape is one thing. To get back into playing shape is another thing. To get back into professional basketball playing shape is a whole nother thing too that we have no idea of, because we're nowhere near what professional athletes are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. But
no, this is kind of similar to. Do you guys remember DeMarcus Russell?
Yeah,
Quarterback. Yeah, it's kind of like
actually his story is more like Zion. His shit was
his is kind of like Zion, but it's just like he would always come like almost incapable of like being so unphysically fit that he's almost incapable of like being unable to like fulfill his duty as a professional athlete.
I remember when
he would be coming to like training camp at like 300 pounds.
I remember one time Stephen A. Smith said, "DeMarcus Russell, he coming in training camp looking like 2 Big Macs."
Yeah,
I
guess his is more closer to Zion, but you know,
yeah, like his was crazy. But just to like all professional, I feel like if you sign a big contract, I feel like you don't. I don't think he owes Philly anything, but he owes. Because he's regardless of like you still under a contract of the NBA, you could get traded anywhere. You owe it to yourself to be a professional and to be in shape, so you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie, we say all the stuff about Kyrie. Oh, he's not vaccinated. He was still in shape to come back part-time, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well,
so I mean,
because at that point you gotta also like, it's just the whole mental part of it too. Kyrie's a proven champion. He's a baller. I mean, he's just ready to hoop, man.
Yeah. Honestly, Kyrie looked like the type, like even after he retired, he probably still like stay in shape. Like he's
just a hooper. That's just
like his like playing, like his peak performance in shape right now is probably like his somewhere close to his like natural, provided he keep up like like regular activity. He probably just like a natural born athlete. Like
yeah, that's all he is. It's just you be seeing those people that be pulling up in like jeans and whatnot to basketball court. They just hoop. They're just hoopers. That's it.
Yeah, but Kyrie, is another guy, but if this team does get it together, which I think will be very hard because of so many factors, do you think they're a legit team in the East?
You said if they get all this stuff together?
Assuming Ben is back physically healthy, mentally healthy, Kyrie is back without the mandate, and KD's healthy.
Yes, because KD is KD.
Yeah. Honestly, any team with him is kind of like it can be like instantly made top tier.
If KD's playing, they're a threat.
Yeah.
I think this team really
pull up. He can pull up from 40. He's 6'11". He can dribble past anybody, shoot over anybody.
Yeah. I think the only issue with the squad is what's going currently with them with stuff they can't control or the GM and staff can't control. But like healthy, I think they're top 2. Probably number 1 if Ben plays like how he plays and he like fits into the role perfectly. Like the ball doesn't have to be in his hands.
He doesn't have to score.
He doesn't have to score.
Distribute and play defense. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I think when it comes to playoff basketball, the only issue they'll have is they can't really play much in the fourth quarter. I would just because now they're gonna like playoff basketball, they'll lock into two dudes, and in crucial moments, you don't want Ben to get fouled.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'll say. But apart from that, yeah, they're legit.
If Joe Harris wasn't out for the year, I think they could have put some really good shooters around Ben Simmons, having KD, Kyrie, Seth Curry, and Joe Harris. That's
Yeah.
That'd been an ideal situation for him, actually.
That's actually the more
crazy lineup.
That's more ideal because at that point, I don't think they would like a team will lock in, because if you lock in on him, you have too many guys.
Because if you play that, now the other team has to adjust to you because,
Yeah.
While KD may not be able to guard your five ain't guarding KD.
Nah.
And Ben Simmons, he's 6'10", but he don't move like a big. He moves like a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. But, I think, the Nets should definitely be a team to be reckoned with. Who are your MVP favorites this year, or MVP favorite?
Dude, I already told you it's me. I'm gonna take the NC. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's still
The most valuable player in the NBA. Yes, Avery. Playing for the Houston Rockets, averaging a triple double.
Double. Yeah, there you go.
A quadruple double.
I still don't know what that means.
That's just that's like having 10 points, 10 steals, 10 blocks.
If we
10
go
rebounds.
by the actual
double digits and 4 stat lines
of what an MVP should be, a most valuable player, I don't think there's anybody more valuable to the team this year than John Morant.
I was thinking that because, especially since earlier this year, I think it was this year, right, when he was hurt, and people were just like, you know what, we're better without Ja. And now that he's back in playing out of his mind, people are comparing him to Jordan,
to Derrick Rose, yeah,
Jordan. Where
people are they're in the sense that they're like when he goes up. It's just you might not even know what he's doing, but he chooses what he's doing.
Yeah.
He was about to lose his mind.
No, I was just because I was like, in what regards of it? Because I'm like,
that's still a comparison.
Yeah.
Because who else was getting that comparison from Jordan? Even if it's just the body control, who else is getting that comparison?
Not that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I would go Joel Embiid just because of what he did without Ben.
I won't argue that.
And without James, without
one of the best in the league.
Yeah. You could also look at Joker too, because of the pieces he doesn't have, and argue him. But I probably give it to Embiid.
I think Joker is gonna win it, but
probably.
I just had Ja because he's very valuable to his team. But
y'all playing out his mind.
what Jokic does is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jokic.
Jokic improved.
Ja could actually win that too.
I don't know. There's plenty of players who, up for most improved right there. I mean, you got Darius Garland.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who else is there? Blanking on the name. Oh, Miles Bridges.
Another one.
Yeah.
Those are two. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just the hype around Ja recently, and he's just so fun to watch. But it's just he's becoming increasingly. What?
Last night he nearly put up 40 on a bad night.
Mm-hmm.
Ja
it's becoming increasingly clear he is that guy for Memphis.
Yeah, Ja Morant is definitely. He's top 3. It's funny how like the MVP race, it kind of like as the season goes along and things happen. Because at first it was like people were arguing Curry and KD initially.
Well, because they both started off hot.
Yeah, Curry and KD started, especially Curry. Curry was actually pissing me off with how hot he was.
Curry was reminding the league, like, yo, we just been hurt the past couple of years. Don't forget about us.
Curry had that. He had a play where he hit a three, and it's like there's a portrait of it in Chicago, and
it's the Bulls, right? Yeah,
it's the Bulls. I was so mad. I'm like, really? But Steph and KD were, but then KD got hurt. Steph has not been on a bad shooting streak, which is weird.
I mean, it's bound to happen though.
Which has been he broke the record.
Yeah, but
he's been on a bad, and they've been losing recently, which has been odd.
If you're the greatest shooter of all time, you're allowed a cold streak. You're allowed that.
Pretty much when you broke it in half the games.
I mean, look at what's his name? Remember, dude, he used to play for Orlando. What was it, Rashard Lewis? He was hot for like 3 solid years. Then after that, he flatlined. He just kind of just fizzled out there.
Yeah, Rashard Lewis was a tough one. That was actually a debate. That was a debate. Huh?
I said Curry been hot for years.
Yeah, Curry is. No one's touching. Even they say Trae Young. Hey, Trae Young's not. Come on. I'm not even hating. Trae Young's not messing with him with 3 points.
And you know how much I love Damian Lillard, but it's like, come on now. Like, there's nobody that's on the level of Steph Curry shooting the basketball.
Shooting the basketball, nobody's better. The only thing I would say is if it was the game on the line. Oh, give me Damian Lillard.
That's a different argument.
Yeah, give me Damian Lillard every day, every year.
Yeah, that's a different argument right there.
Yeah, I put Damian Lillard in the category of Jordan and Kobe and like tough shots. He's made more difficult. I'll argue he's made more difficult shots than them.
I put Kyrie in that tier too, because Kyrie he's a big time. He's a clutch bucket getter. That's what he does.
Kyrie too. So I I like y'all picks. So Ja Morant, the two y'all said Ja Morant. I'm gonna go Embiid because I like what he did. And I like what he stood on. He stood on something, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Avery.
Yeah, don't forget Avery.
Don't sleep, bro.
Avery.
I'm falling asleep right now. It is blowing me. The reason I turned the camera off. Right here. Good. Keep yawning and
Avery. That's we ain't gonna sleep.
Wait, that's a different Avery.
No. We're saying we can't sleep on you because because you're gonna be MVP this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Just don't do anything to the Bulls, and we're good.
They get in my way, it's over.
Last thing before I should have. Oh man, you know what I should have did? I forgot to do. I haven't done this in months. I should have had us answer some questions.
I was fine.
Forgot to do that. But
okay, C-Lo. SGA dropped another 30 piece.
Another team to be worried about in the future. OKC. Yeah, but NBA Finals favorites.
Finals favorites.
Yeah.
Suns Bucks. I mean Warriors Bucks. Wait, no, I said Suns Bucks. Yeah.
Suns Bucks.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, y'all carry on. I gotta look for what I said.
I want the Suns to come out the West again.
It feels like they will. I don't know who's coming out the West. It's still kind of ambiguous to me, but
them Golden.
I feel like the Bucks. Oh, go ahead.
Them Golden State Warriors. If they get Draymond at a specific time and they're hot, and they get Clay back, I'm gonna just say Suns as because the Suns they have a lot. They could play deep, dog. The Suns, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say the Suns for now. For now, I'll say this. The East is what I don't know. I would the East. I'm gonna just say my Bulls because it's my Bulls, and I'm not picking anyone against them. I don't care if it's Brooklyn. I don't care if it's the Bucks. We want all the smoke. If it's not the Bulls, then it's a repeat of the finals. Suns, Bucks. I'm gonna go with that.
Well, by that logic, then I will go by and say my Lakers will somehow.
All right, it's time. No, I think it's getting late. It's time to end.
Hey, Chris, you're looking like a Cowboy fan, man. Don't do it. Don't be a Cowboy fan, man.
My Lakers will, no, excuse me. LeBron will talk to whoever he got to talk to. He's gonna get us we're gonna get in at the 8 seat, real smooth. Like we're just gonna slide in there real quick, and then we're going to talk to whoever we got to talk to again and make it to the finals, and that's how they'll get there. But I feel like the Bucks are gonna come back.
Bucks?
I feel like the Bucks are gonna come back.
So out the West, Bucks. Out the East, Bucks.
Yeah.
Out the West.
Out the West, being real, it's still kind of up in the air for me.
Okay. Still hoping for the Lakers, aren't you? Huh?
Nah. I'm hoping we tank. I hope we just stop trying.
Avery, you got yourself going to the finals? Okay.
Easy victory, man. I'm telling you, it's just me. I can depend on myself for this. I'm going to take the NBA as well as the NFL.
Oh, God.
I wanted to be Kobe. You see Avery up there just like dunking on like Kevin Durant or somebody. He's like, who's he playing with? Himself.
Actually, do me a favor and posterize Ben Simmons. Just do me that favor.
His first game back.
Yeah, posterize him. So and then make it a highlight play so he has to watch it. But Rod, got your picks?
I didn't actually make any finals picks. I made conference finals picks. I picked I had the Warriors and the Suns.
Uh-huh.
The Bucks and Philly.
Ooh.
Who's gonna win? I have no clue.
Okay.
But if I had to pick,
sounds legit though.
I'd probably go Bucks and I think Bucks and Warriors, honestly.
Bucks and Warriors.
I think the Warriors, they got Clay back. If they get Draymond back too. Jonathan Kuminga's been turning up as of late.
I can't stand that team. So
I know.
I pray that you want good basketball, so I'm not gonna be like, hey, they should get knocked out in the first round. If they did get knocked out in the first round, you will not hear the end of me. But you will not hear the end of me. But you want good basketball, so conference finals, maybe finals. But I just don't want them to win the whole thing. They've done enough. They've won enough. It's okay, man. Let somebody else eat. Yes. Good Lord. But yeah, you want to see good basketball, so y'all picks are good. Y'all pick some good picks. Good picks. Obviously the Lakers, Well, before we leave, do you think LeBron will go back to Cleveland, or is that just him just being a butthole to the Lakers, right?
Before he retires, or just
no, just in general? Do you think before he retires or anything?
I could see it. I could see him wanting to retire there.
I don't. I could only see it if See, LeBron is very calculated.
Mm-hmm.
He will only make that move if a narrative favors him to do that.
Yeah.
And the team favors him to do that. He's not going to do that on the limb. And right now, there's a lot of pressure. I wouldn't say on him, but he's putting a lot of pressure on that Laker front office.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't get it together as far as picking a roster, he'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. And he'll go play with Bronny James somewhere.
I thought he wanted to play against him. He wants to play with him.
Yeah.
With him.
True.
But yeah, I think that's that for the show. I think we went, for an hour and some change. Well, hour 30 and some change, you think, Chris?
Something like that. However long we had to cut out and however long we had to we were paused.
The Bulls lost to the Bucks again.
That's the right way to end the podcast.
No, it's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pull a Shamar.
Right,
Pull a Shamar right now. Do not pull a Shamar. But I mean, yeah, I think that's it for the show, folks. We will be on YouTube at 3:15 Monday. This episode will be on all podcasting platforms at 12 midnight Eastern time. Just have to remind to say the Eastern time because I don't want time zone conflicts. But 12 Eastern time, midnight. And remember, follow, like, comment on our social media pages. Out of the Berg on IG, Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter. Also on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel
and share.
Comment, share, comment, like. If you don't like anything I say, please say something. But just engage with us. My social media is at Kofi Peter on IG. The Peter is spelled Pita, and Peter Kofi on Twitter. But Chris,
you can catch me at Chris Kelly Big Chris _57 on Twitter, and Everybody Loves Chris on IG.
Rodrigo.
You can find me if you find me.
Okay.
So catch him in the streets.
He ain't on the streets. Roger. Yeah.
Say that until you see him in these streets.
I would be disappointed. But Avery.
You can find me on IG at Avery Cooper, capital KLOPA.
This is asleep.
Stop making fun of me.
That's what you. Like I said, stay black, stay woke. We love y'all.
It's for Chris. Adios.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Berg podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.